Has you ever had that feeling, where your financial life seems like, well, like a load of scattered puzzle pieces?
Oh, definitely.
Especially retirement savings, right?
Hmm.
You change jobs a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4, and suddenly you've got these little pension pots just dotting around everywhere.
Yep. Different providers, different logins.
Exactly. Each with its own confusing statement, tiny print. You know the drill. You look at it and think, I'll sort that later,
Yeah.
and shove it in a drawer.
It happens all the time. It just feels so overwhelming.
It really does. Well, today, we're going to dive deep into something that claims to fix that exact problem.
Uh-huh.
It's called PensionBee. They're a UK-based online pension provider.
Right. And our mission here is really to, well, cut through that complexity we're talking about. We want to pull out the key insights on how PensionBee actually tries to simplify managing pensions.
Making it less of a chore, hopefully.
Exactly. Turning it into something you can genuinely get a handle on. And the source material we've looked at, it's pretty clear, quite straightforward, actually. It gives a good overview of what PensionBee is, how it works, its features, and importantly, who it's really aimed at helping.
Okay, great. So let's get into the nuts and bolts then. What is PensionBee exactly? And how does it sort of fit into this picture for someone juggling, say, 3 or 4 different old pensions?
Well, at its heart, PensionBee is a UK-based online pension provider, and they have a mobile app too, which is pretty central to how it works.
Okay.
Its whole reason for being, really, is to help people like you combine and then manage all those different pension pots, all in one place.
Ah, okay.
So it directly tackles that pain point we mentioned, that complexity you get from switching jobs and ending up with pensions kind of scattered all over the place.
Good.
Think of it like a personal pension collector, maybe, bringing it all together neatly.
Okay, bringing order to the chaos. Like that. So it's designed to tackle that pile of paperwork and confusion. But how does it actually do this, the heavy lifting, bringing those old pensions together? Because that always seems like the biggest hurdle.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And that's where their process is, well, quite smart in how simple they make it seem for the user.
Okay.
So first, you sign up. Easy enough. Website or mobile app.
Standard stuff.
Pretty standard. Then you give them some basic details about your old pensions, like the provider's name, maybe a policy number if you have it handy.
And what if you don't have all that info? If one statement is missing or...
That's actually a good point. The convenient thing is you don't need absolutely everything right at the start. You can add details later if you find them.
Oh, okay.
But here's the key bit, the insight, really. Once you've given them what you do know, PensionBee's own team, they call them beekeepers, which is quite memorable.
And okay, beekeepers.
Yeah, they completely take over. And this isn't just about saving you time, though it does that. It's, I think, a clever way to get past that big mental block people have about pension admin.
A feeling of dread.
Exactly, that financial inertia. They seem to understand that and have designed the service to just remove that barrier. Makes taking action almost, well, frictionless.
So the beekeepers handle contacting the old providers.
Yes. They contact them, they manage the paperwork, sort out the fund transfers, all of that back and forth.
Wow, that sounds incredibly streamlined. So they really do handle all the legwork. That feels like a game changer.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the core promise.
But, okay, a quick question on that. What about security? When these beekeepers are moving your money around, dealing with all that sensitive info, that's always a big concern online.
Absolutely, and it should be. The sources are clear that PensionBee operates under, strict UK financial rules. They're authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah. All the data transfers use encryption. They have strong security measures. They're handling people's retirement savings.
Right.
And crucially, while all this is happening behind the scenes, you can actually track the progress.
Oh, you can see what's happening.
Yeah, in real time. Through the app or the website, you see the status of each transfer and you get notifications when the money actually lands in your PensionBee account.
That transparency must help, knowing where things are at.
Definitely adds a layer of reassurance, I think.
So, okay, let's say the beekeepers have worked their magic. All the old pots are now in one place.
Phew. But that's just the start, isn't it? What happens next? What can you actually do with the PensionBee app once everything's consolidated?
Exactly. Consolidation is step 1. Step 2 is managing it going forward. And the app becomes your kind of command center for that.
Right.
So first off, real-time balance tracking. You can log in anytime, 24/7, and see exactly what your combined pot is worth live.
No more waiting for annual statements that are already out of date.
Precisely. And you can monitor performance too. They have like graphs and data presented clearly, so you can get a sense of how your pension's actually doing over time.
Okay, seeing the growth or dips.
Yeah, understanding it. Then there's contributing. Making payments is really easy.
Adding more money in. Yeah, you can make one-off contributions or set up regular payments just with a few taps in the app.
Simple F.
And here's something really important, a key insight for, maximizing your savings. PensionBee automatically claims the 25% tax top-up from HMRC.
Ah, the tax relief. That's huge.
It is. It's basically free money from the government on your eligible personal contributions. For every 80 pounds you put in, HMRC adds 20 pounds.
And lots of people probably miss out on that if the process is complicated.
They do. Or they don't realize the full impact. PensionBee simplifying that claim process means that boost happens automatically. It really helps accelerate the compound growth over time. It's a real passive gain for your future savings.
Wow, okay. That automatic 25% top up, yeah, that's a massive plus for compounding. So what about investment choices? Are you just stuck in one default fund or do you get options?
No, you're not locked in. They offer a range of what they call purpose-built pension plans.
Yeah.
These are basically pre-designed investment strategies. They cater to different needs, like different risk levels, cautious, balanced, adventurous, that sort of thing.
Right.
And they also have options like ethical or Sharia compliant plans. So there's choice there.
And can you switch between them if your circumstances change?
Yep. You can switch between these plans whenever you like, and they state it's free to do so. That flexibility is pretty key, as your life or your attitude to risk changes over time.
Makes sense. And withdrawals, when you eventually get to that stage.
Yeah, when you hit the eligible age, which is currently 55, but it's rising to 57 from 2028, you can manage withdrawals directly through the app as well.
Okay, so the whole life cycle, potentially.
Seems to be the aim. And one more thing, you also get a dedicated account manager.
Oh, a real person?
Yeah, a personal UK-based account manager, they call them your beekeeper again, who you can contact for help or if questions pop up.
That personal touch is probably quite valued in finance.
I think so, yeah, even with a digital service.
So let's pull this all together then. Thinking about everything we've discussed. Who is PensionBee really for? Who's the ideal user here? Who does this solution empower the most?
Well, based on the insights from the source material, it seems particularly well-suited for a few groups. Firstly, definitely individuals who've switched jobs, maybe several times, and ended up with those multiple small pension pots scattered about.
The classic scenario we started with.
Exactly. It's really built to solve that specific problem of fragmentation. Secondly, it's for people looking for something simple. A user-friendly platform to manage retirement savings without, getting bogged down in confusing jargon or complex interfaces.
Someone who just wants it clear and straightforward.
Precisely. And thirdly, it really helps people who want an easy way to consolidate, specifically without facing that mountain of paperwork themselves. The beekeepers handle that hassle.
Taking away the admin burden.
Yeah. And finally, it seems to appeal strongly to users who value transparency. Clear, straightforward fees, that seems to be a core part of their message. No hidden charges, no complex structures to figure out.
That clarity on fees is definitely a big one for trust. It all sounds super convenient, really, offering a good level of control and clarity. But thinking devil's advocate for a second, is there anyone this might not be right for? Maybe someone with really complex needs.
That's a fair question. While it excels at simplification and direct user control, it probably isn't the perfect fit for everyone. For instance, someone with a very, very complex, maybe bespoke pension arrangement.
Like old final salary schemes or niche investment.
Exactly. Things like certain types of defined benefit schemes, or maybe someone who wants highly specific niche investments that need a traditional financial advisor's hands-on management. PensionBee is more about streamlined choices, broad accessibility, ease of use.
Rather than infinite customization.
Right. It streamlines rather than offering every possible option under the sun.
Got it. So, what we've really seen today is how PensionBee is trying to tackle a financial task that's, let's face it, usually complex and often pretty stressful, managing retirement savings.
Yeah.
And they aim to strip away those layers of difficulty. It seems to be all about the convenience of having everything together, combining, managing, watching your pensions through one single, hopefully intuitive platform, offering that relief from the admin burden and just giving you a much clearer picture of where you stand for the future.
Absolutely. And thinking about that simplification, It does raise a wider question, doesn't it? In a world where financial planning in general can feel so overwhelming,
Hmm.
what other parts of our financial lives could maybe benefit from this kind of approach? Similar simplification, similar transparency, ultimately designed to empower us, to give us more control over our own financial future.